This is the absolute best part of the day for me. Hey, everybody, it is your friend, C.O. King, coming to you live from the High Definition Studios here in Impactville. That's right, Impactville, USA. Yeah, sitting high atop the Ruth E. Plowden Legacy Chair. You know she is my foster mom who got me to where I am today. And I am so excited because on Tuesday night, you got to bring the same energy or even higher than the energy that you brought Monday night. And I am so delighted because we have someone that's going to energize every last one of our guests. Every one of our audiences that are listening out there, you're going to be energized by my guest tonight. Now, before I get into the intro of this wonderful person, I'm going to change my settings so that she can share everything that we're doing with her audience. So there you go. You can share it now. Listen, have you ever had a dream? Well, I want to tell you about someone who's got an amazing dream, and the dream is called My Big Dream. My Big Dream seeks to provide vocational, spiritual, occupational, and emotional support and future housing to enhance the lives of adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. How awesome is that? My Big Dream was founded as a nonprofit organization in June 2021 in New Bern, North Carolina. Guess what, y'all? I'll be there this weekend. At My Big Dream, the adults with that have different disabilities are called friends. Examples of IDD are autism, Down syndrome, Fragile X syndrome, and fetal alcohol syndrome. For most adults living with intellectual developmental disabilities in North Carolina, the opportunities for education and work are limited. Additionally, their parents or caretakers live with the worry of who will care for them when the time comes where care is too much for them if they pass away. Well, I am delighted that we have a wonderfully hearted person who has come to our virtual studios to share with you tonight how you can be a part and become a big dreamer. Are you guys ready tonight to dream? Are you ready to say, hey, listen, I want to invest in something that's bigger than myself? That's why we call it the Big Dream. You're going to be inspired, you're going to be challenged, and you're going to be changed tonight. Welcome to our studios, my friend, Elizabeth. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Hey.
Isn't that something? How are you doing tonight, Elizabeth?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. We had a great time in the pre-show. We were doing some things that I've never done, that we've never done here at Impact Life 24/7, y'all. We were actually practicing some transitions. Man, I've never done that before because Greg handles stuff remotely. Mike is the co-host, and most of the stuff happens right here in the High Definition Studio. So we're gonna do something a little different. I love doing things out the box anyway. So welcome, Elizabeth Walker. All the way from the great city of New Bern, North Carolina. So, Elizabeth, let's get right to it because you know the time's going to fly. Tell us how people can get in contact with Elizabeth Walker.
They can call us 252-497-7440. You can check us out on our website, www.mybigdream.us. Notice that part because that's the hard part.
Yeah.
We are on social media all over the place, Facebook, Instagram. So if you go to our website, you can find those links. Pinterest. I don't know if you know that that's actually like a huge platform for social media, but it's awesome. So we're there. We are everywhere.
Well, that's awesome. And it's good to be there and everywhere all at the same time. we were talking and we said, man, Elizabeth and I are entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators and people of influence, and sometimes it feels like you're going in a million different directions, but I want to pin that to our chat, and you guys can go to her website. We ask you to go to her website even now as we're getting ready to tell you the amazing things she's doing. All you got to do to find her is go to mybigdreams.us, mybigdreams.us, and you'll find out about how you can be a part of this amazing organization, this nonprofit that's growing and giving a great hope to many people in Eastern Carolina. So I know you. I've been talking to you for the last half an hour, and but many of our guests don't know you, and we have people from coast to coast, 46 states, 32 countries around the world. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Okay. My name is Elizabeth Walker. I am a wife, actually newlywed, been married a year now.
Yay!
I have two daughters. One's 27, one is 14. The 27-year-old is married and has two adorable babies. So yes, I'm a grandma as well. And I am a Christian, and I am very, very passionate about the special needs population.
Yeah, well,
And I
that's
can go on and on.
no. And one of the things that I told Elizabeth, and I say this often, is that people, though our show is not a quote unquote religious show, if you look at the categories, we always look to for every opportunity that we can to share our faith. So I was glad that she said that she's a Christian, a follower of Christ, and her heartbeat is for the community of special needs. And Elizabeth, how long have you worked in this community?
Well, that's the crazy part is, when I was 13, 14, I wanted to be a special ed teacher. Someone talked me out of it. And some regrets with that, but I'm very thankful for the good and the bad that I've experienced between that time and now.
Right.
Because it made me the person that I am now to be able to help, I think, a bigger population of special needs rather than maybe just a classroom at a time kind of thing. So I'm thankful for that. I have been working probably the last 5 years tirelessly trying to get this thing going in the right direction.
Right. Well, that's good. And you know what? This is why you came to the right place. I want you, when you're on all these other podcasts, I want you to judge every podcast you're on based off of Impacting Life 24/7. We're going to set the high watermark tonight, Elizabeth, and we're going to get a bunch of people surrounding you with love and prayers and actions and money, and because that's what it takes. A lot of people don't believe that it takes all of it. It does, and we don't shy away from any component of it, and we talk about it regularly. So we're going to do something a little different tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I want everybody to strap in. Don't worry. I have not been accosted. But what I'm going to do is something that we've never done in the history of Impacting Life 24/7 live, is to turn over control of the show to our guest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to allow. Here's why, just so you guys can get an insight. Elizabeth has a heartbeat. She has a mission. She has a purpose, and I want her to just share it, as opposed to being interrogated by C.L. King. You know what I mean? I want her just to declare her heart and share her heart and give you an opportunity to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her control of the Impacting Life 24/7 show. You are in control of our worldwide network now, Elizabeth. And she's going, yeah, she's like, boom. And so now you can take it from here and share your vision with us.
Welcome to the Elizabeth Walker Show.
I love it.
All right. So I'm going to do something a little different altogether, though, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
And what I would like to do is start with quick prayer, because I just want to have this whole conversation just kind of anointed. Are you all right with that?
I'm 100% right. Go ahead, sister.
Heavenly Father, I thank you for this time, Lord. I thank you for this opportunity to share the word of my big dream. Lord, I pray for each person that hears, Lord, whether they are a friend, a dreamer, Lord, or just someone who's looking into all of this. Lord, I pray that you just touch their hearts and help us connect and spread the word. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Great prayer. Oh, that's awesome. That's probably, maybe we've done that before, but I love it when a guest says, hey, can I pray? Yes, anytime, sister, anytime. All right, the floor is yours.
All right. I'm just trying to get this window adjusted a little bit, and then I'm going to pop in my presentation. This just keeps me on task so I can tell you all the wonderful things about my big dream. So, my big dream, hope, purpose, belonging. It was all based on Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a hope in the future. And those are things that we've always held on to. But when you have a child that's born with special needs, your whole future kind of switches gears, because all of the plans that you had maybe for your child look a little different.
Right.
But I like to go back to scripture and say, every one of us was knit together in our parents' wombs, in our mother's wombs, right? And so we all are born with a purpose. And that is what my big dream is about for individuals 16 and older living with developmental intellectual disabilities. They can come here and sit with us and learn and grow. So anyhow, our vision at My Big Dream is to create beautiful, handcrafted products with hope, love, and inclusion. Our mission brings caring and understanding to friends 16 and older with developmental and intellectual disabilities. We are dedicated to the highest quality of vocational services delivered with care, inclusion, social development, and empathy. And these are two of my friends that come all the time, and I adore them. Now, my why: hope, purpose, belonging, a visit that changed everything. So I could go on, and it could probably take hours, but my big dream is based on an organization in Texas that has this down pat. It is a faith-based program down in Georgetown, Texas. And if you ever are down that way, you have to check them out. I went in 2016 to visit my family in Texas, and my mom was like, we have to go and have lunch. You are gonna go to this place and your heart is just gonna explode. And we went there and had lunch, and it was just an amazing, and it wasn't just like going to have lunch at a cafe. You walked in, or I should say, I walked in and my heart just like pounded. They had a gift shop and everything was just beautifully made. And then you sat down in the cafe and there were special needs individuals working with typical individuals as well. And the food was good and the environment was just beautiful. And there were Bible verses on the wall. And I went back and visited in 2017, went back in 2018 twice. And then in 2019, it was my mom's 70th birthday, and we took a bunch of us to go to lunch. And what was kind of cool was in years past when I had gone, it was always a girls' lunch. And we were going to do it that way that day. And my dad was like, I want to come along. And we were like, you do? He was like, yeah, I want to come. So anyhow, we all go and we're sitting down there for lunch. And it was that moment that some people just describe as like that God moment in life when you know what you're supposed to do with your life. I was frozen to the seat and there were tears in my eyes. My heart was beating and I was like, I can't leave here. And my sister-in-law was kind of looking at me. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. I need to go and do this in North Carolina. So I went back home and then guess what happened? COVID. COVID hit.
Yes.
So 2020, I sat down, pen and paper, and I started writing out and I started dreaming. And I would call my parents, probably with that same energy that you have when you're starting this show. I'd call my parents with that same energy every single time. They're like, okay, those are beautiful dreams. I'm like, no, this is happening. This is happening.
Yeah.
And I was just putting pen to paper, pen to paper, pen to paper. And then we got through 2020. 2021, my oldest daughter was pregnant with baby number 1. So I flew to Texas to see what I call Squishy, my little baby.
Squishy.
And it's squish, yes, those cheeks. And as I was scheduling that visit, I called this nonprofit in Texas and just said, can I have 30 minutes of your time with the development director? I just want to see if how I'm thinking about things is kind of how you guys do things, because I mean, why reinvent the wheel? If someone's doing something well, learn from the masters. And so I had a meeting with her, and what started as a 30-minute conversation turned into a 3-hour conversation with her and the founder. And it was that goosebumpy moment where you're just like, God's going to do something. And she's like, are you sure you don't want to stay in Texas? And I'm like, no. North Carolina needs this.
Right.
So anyhow, came back to North Carolina. I had an information meeting with parents in New Bern in May of 2021. I had 15 sets of parents that came. And from there, we started just kind of gathering in June and July, getting to know each other. I wanted people to trust me. I know there's many groups that probably come in and give promises, and then maybe those promises don't come to fruition. And then you're back to square one, taking care of a child that you need help, like, I don't know how to do this part or navigating the waters of this. And so I just wanted to establish that trust.
Right.
Then in August, September, October of 2021, we met one night a week and we started crafting these items. We had a pop-up shop, and in 45 minutes, we sold all of our product and made $900. Now, the numbers aside, my 12 individual friends that were there, the pride on their face, like they were just beaming, like their smiles were touching their ears.
Right.
So it was just beautiful. And we all walked home that night and we were just like, oh, yes, this is it. And we've just been going from there. Now, on this slide, I just share what my goals are, and I'm always changing them as time progresses. Let me make my Zoom window different. Okay, so right now we meet on Thursdays, and we actually have two different time slots. We gather from 1 p.m. to 2:30, and we just set everything up, make the tables in the places, the chairs, put all the product out so that when friends show up that evening, everything is ready to go. My hope is in the next few months, with a few other things that I have up my sleeve and some conversations and meetings that are going to be taking place, we would be able to just meet from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock and have just one time slot until we hit full time.
Right.
Now, we've held two Christmas pop-up shops. We have our Valentine pop-up shop this Saturday. And it's at Mitas Suites over on 901 Broad Street in New Bern. We'll be there from 11 to 2. We'll be selling our mugs and some canvases that they've painted. We have some cute little heart ornaments that they've made, and we'll actually have an opportunity to put some of those things together in a little gift basket as well. We will be increasing our board from 3 members to 9 members next week. We're prayerfully covering that, and the people that God has brought our way, I'm so excited about. I will also be completing my plant-based culinary diploma at the end of this year. And that is all part of this whole tapestry. My goal is to have a full-time day program in 2024 where we can have a workshop, a gift shop, and a plant-based cafe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. And I had fearfully and wonderfully made is on some of our mugs. And those are just the mugs that we're going to sell year round. And one of my individuals walked in and she started to design it. She goes, hey, this is that Bible verse. And she totally just recited it to me and it touched my heart. I was like, yes, that's us. So here's some of my volunteers. Shauna Baker is my creative team director. We were in a Bible study together for 2019 and 20. And she heard my story over and over and over and over and over again. And she was like, I'm going to support you in this. I'm going to be there when this starts. Evelyn Richards with Habitat for Humanity is my retail logistics specialist. Andrew Miller is my baby brother, but he is a marketing strategy consultant. He has just helped me get websites going. And as I made this slide, I've had 9 other individuals that have shown up to be volunteers of all different categories. So I'm so thankful. One of those things where when I say, hey, I need this, God pops it our way.
Right. Yeah.
So we have these pop-up shops, and we're going to keep doing these whatever holiday we're going through. So we'll have Valentine's Day. We'll have one for Easter. We'll have one when we get towards the summer, 4th of July. We'll have one in the fall, and then we'll have Thanksgiving, Christmas. So, and then hopefully we'll be going into like a full-time gift shop kind of situation.
Yeah.
So here's one of those things where you said, hey, let's have another opportunity for communication.
Right.
Here's how you can become a volunteer and how you would contact me. We are looking for volunteers that can help coordinate my volunteers. I'm always looking for legal help, someone that can do accounting. The fundraising team needs help, someone that can do some of the administrative work for me, community outreach. Hey, if you have strong leadership skills and want to give me some energy, I'll take it this way. Phone number is 252-497-7440. Oh goodness, there's a typo there. It is 7440.
Hey, look, man, that can always be fixed.
Yeah, I will fix that in a second. Now, how to become a dreamer. I call my donors dreamers. because you're part of this dream. When you donate to us, when you give to us, when you buy from us, you are becoming part of the dream. So we've set up several different options of how you can donate directly to My Big Dream. We have a spot on Give Butter. So when you go to my website at the very top, you can just click on donate and it takes you directly to Give Butter, which is a nonprofit platform for donations. There's going to be seasonal pop-up shops. We did design a cookbook in early 2021, and you can order that right on our website as well. And here's some of my friends: Lydia, Kevin, Christopher, and Anthony.
Oh man, that Christopher, I know that brother's cool because anybody named Christopher's got to be cool, right, y'all?
He is. He brings some personality for sure. Now, wish list. You notice that there's nothing written here. Hey, we need a lot. Supplies on a monthly basis. We go through a whole shopping list over at Hobby Lobby and Amazon. I think my neighbors probably think that Amazon just lives here because they're just pulling up left and right all the time.
Yeah.
Contact us here. And again, okay, I'm going to go fix that phone number.
Yeah, we don't want them calling set. What is the actual number? Let's just put it in the air. What's your actual number?
252-497-7440.
7440. And someone who commented in the live chats, Tony Hardison Tyndall. I believe we were together at my book signing, Tony, and she says, Elizabeth, you are such a blessing. I'm so glad I caught this. And so I've asked Elizabeth to come on. And here's what I want everybody in our audience to understand. There will be guests. When I first started podcasting, I felt like we needed to fill up every night that we had a show and, maximize and have a bazillion people every night of the week. And we're shifting from that. Like, I don't have to have 20 guests a month, but I can help re-energize and re-emphasize a guest who is like an Elizabeth, and we can have her back multiple times to share her vision and her story. Because here's what I know about being a speaker, okay, is that you can say something once into a room and everybody's in the room and 10% of the people will remember what you said. So you have to say things multiple times. We want this message of My Big Dreams out multiple times. Elizabeth, I asked her when we were in our pre-interview about, what we're looking at in terms of our demographics and how really, put in perspective with data, the numbers of people that she's responsible for serving. So go ahead and take it from there, Elizabeth.
Okay. So if you go to the US Census website, this is just a good place to give up-to-date current data. So there are 100,000 roughly individuals in Craven County alone. And in New Bern, there's 31,000. When you scroll down to the health section, you can actually find those that are living with types of disabilities. Now, in just New Bern alone, there's 6.1% that have a cognitive difficulty, and then there's 5.9% that have independent living difficulties. So you put those two numbers together and you crunch that all into a calculator, and that's like 4,000 individuals.
Right.
So that's 4,000 individuals that are one way or the other, maybe living on disability, trying to work, can't work, want to work, they're isolated at home. Even if it's just half of that population is like someone that would like fall under My Big Dream, that's a whole lot of people that aren't being serviced. Right. And so I want to make a difference.
I know you do, and we're going to help you with that. So if you would, Elizabeth, you can stop sharing now. So how did she do, guys? Didn't she do really good as she took over as the host of Impact Your Life 24/7? A fantastic presentation. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reclaim host, because I told her, I said if I didn't, then she would have to close it out and close the music and everything else. And she was like, "I know you can take it from here, CL." But this is an absolutely wonderful program. We're going to get up Saturday morning and use our Planet Fitness memberships, but then after that, we because we're the 24th day of the year and I still have not darkened the doors of Planet Fitness. We're gonna head west and be a part of this. I think Greg is coming too. Is Greg coming?
Yes.
Yeah, VP of Impacting Life 24/7 is going to be there, and give the. You know what? I should have had you. I should have had you
Oh.
continue sharing your screen because I want to just make sure that our local audience knows. And I think I might can do it real quick if I can do it on the fly. I want our local audience to know how you can connect with Elizabeth and how you can be a part of this. This is very, very important. So let me do it. Let me do my thing because CL can share it quick. Watch, I got it, yo. Y'all will be proud of me. Share screen and look at that. It showed up just like that. The Big Dream pop-up shop. That's coming up this coming Saturday, right, Elizabeth? This coming Saturday at the Saturday the 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. How do you pronounce that? Mayat Sweets?
Meta.
Meta, yeah. See, I don't
Yeah.
have my glasses on. I should probably put these things on that are sitting right here on this desk. Meta Sweets, 901 Broad Street in New Bern. There's going to be mugs and candles and heart ornaments and canvases. They're accepting cash or charge. And why don't you make it a point to go out and support our amazing friends that are a part of my big dream, and I want everybody to do that. We're gonna promote it. I'm gonna put that flyer up on our programs. We're gonna share it in our Leadership Institute and let everybody know that, hey, look, man, this is good. In fact, Elizabeth, I'm gonna send you an invite. Not everybody gets this either, y'all. But I'm gonna send you an invite to our Leadership Institute so you'll have a totally different population of leaders that you can canvas and share your vision and burden with. And these are leaders from all around the world and some that are local. And you can be a part of that. So we'll send you an invite. We'd love for you to be a part of our Leadership Institute. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So this is really phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't have anything that you are doing this Saturday, or even if you are, I am commissioning everybody here to go to New Bern, North Carolina. The address is 901 Broad Street in New Bern. Mate Sweets, and get yourself a handcrafted mug or a heart ornament, and more importantly, give a hug to these
Yes.
give a hug to these amazing friends. Is Chris going to be there?
Yes.
Well, that would be a ticket, man. I'll come there, and both Chris's could be. We could take a photo together. That'll be the real deal. So, Elizabeth, before we let you go, I want you to know that you know we hear stories of impact on this show so much that it just, I don't say it becomes overwhelming. It just warms our hearts. Our hearts are always full on Impacting Life 24/7 because we get people like you out here that are like making this thing happen. I know your ultimate desire is to have a full-time permanent place, right?
Right.
Yeah.
A
So
big,
a
a
big
big
full-time
place.
permanent place. So
Yes.
how can people donate? Because this is a nonprofit 501c3. How can people donate to this cause if they're listening or watching the replay?
I'm actually going to take the link to my donation page and pop it right onto Facebook.
Okay, very
Hold on.
good. Yeah, but say it too, because remember, 70%
Saying
of
it.
70% of our audience listens to the show, so we want to make sure that they can hear it too. So just once you pop it in there, tell us what that where to go and what that link is, and we will share that on. Yeah, I'll make it easier on you. Don't worry. We'll share that link on the podcast. So for those of you that will download this later, you'll be listening sometime tomorrow or the next day. Just just go to that link that Elizabeth that we share on the podcast. If you're watching live on Facebook, go to that link and you can participate in donating to this great cause. My big dreams. And you know what, Elizabeth? Dreams certainly do come true. And we're believing that you're going to have a permanent facility. You're not going to have to always, pop from place to place, though that's exciting, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of extra planning, and we'd love to be able to see you guys have something permanent. Listen, man, imagine all those smiles you're going to get when you walk in the door of the permanent My Big Dream facility. And those folks see folks coming in to support them and be a part of what they're doing. So before we roll out, as we always do, this is something we always do, and I didn't prep Elizabeth for this. She didn't know this was going to happen. I want you to give a word of encouragement to all of our audience and tell them why it's so important to get involved in what you're doing. You got 1 minute. Go, Elizabeth.
Okay. As we all know, you are all fearfully and wonderfully made. You are all amazing children of God. We want to instill that in our friends at My Big Dream. You all have skills, so you can't say, oh, I can't help there because I don't know how to make a mug. Guess what? You might know how to do accounting or make that computer work. So come down, contact us. We will find a place for you to help because we would love to have you there. And you know what? I had a friend that came and did it. She was having a bad day. She showed up. She left with a smile. And I can promise you, you will always do that. Was that a minute?
You did good. You did really good. I say a minute. We always flex. But yeah, My Big Dream. Listen, man, be a part of it. We're going to have you back, Elizabeth. I want you to be on the show probably once a quarter to give us updates on what's going on with your friends. I'm going to make every effort to get down there. I know Greg is going to be there. If I don't kill myself in Planet Fitness, I'll be headed west to the great shop to be a part of what's going on at My Big Dreams. We're praying for you. We're believing God's going to make this dream a reality, and it's going to be a permanent reality. You'll have your own building, your own facility, and you'll be touching so many, many lives in Eastern Carolina. And we know that our reward, it may not be here. We may not see it here on earth, but we'll definitely see it in heaven. And so thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again real soon, okay?
All right. You take care.
All right. Have a great night. All right. So that was Elizabeth Walker. And great job, Greg. Greg connected with her and said that she would be an amazing guest. And she was beyond an amazing guest, just an amazing human being, forming a nonprofit to help those with special needs to be able to contribute, generate income in a way that is meaningful and important to them, and shows the community that these special friends of ours are still very, very valuable. So My Big Dream, you can find out all the details of My Big Dream at mybigdream.us. All right, so for me, I think that's about it, except for tomorrow night, we will be starting our series back up in the Craven County Jail. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. What a great meeting that we had today with Sheriff Chip Hughes, just renewing our commitment and long-term partnership for helping to reduce recidivism in the jail. We're doing something totally different that most jails are not doing. We are the resident motivators. Like, we come from the outside and we say, hey, listen, even though you're in here, you can get yourself ready for when you get out there. And so very, very blessed to be a part of that with Sheriff Chip Hughes. Our team was there today, did a walkabout, got to meet, shake hands, the whole nine. So tomorrow night we'll be back at the Craven County Jail. Thursday night we'll be there again. We do it twice in a month. We do it back to back. And the new message that I have, I got to put the finishing touches on it tonight. It's called Mirrors. Yes, y'all gonna, man, oh my goodness, I can't wait to deliver it. I hope I deliver it as well as I received it. All right, so until next time, if you'd like to become a sponsor of Impacting Life 24/7, simply go to clkingspeaker.com, scroll down to the bottom, and click sponsor. We would love to have you. Until then, have a great day.